I gotta head to work in a few hours, but I wanted to just go ahead and ramble about this real quick while it's in my head. All right, so pardon the hair. I'm just waking up. Oh boy. I saw a lot of videos covering P Diddy and all this other stuff, and I wanted to. And a part of me was kind of like wanting to get on the P Diddy coverage thing because people were saying, like if you want your videos to be watched more, you should talk about something more relevant. So, and it's like there's nothing more relevant than current events, but I don't do pop culture. I'm a fan. Like I wanted to actually like talk about Diddy a little bit because I actually am a fan of rap music a little bit, and not all of it, but most of it. Not a lot of this current stuff. Some of this current stuff. I'm not really a fan of music. um, but like the big thing is that like I wanted to talk about because I am sort of a fan of rap music. I have grew up listening to music that was in either featured him or was by him or anything like that. And then it just dawned on me, I don't care about this dude. I do not. There's no parasocial. There's no attempt to have a parasocial relationship with this guy. I looked at PD the same way that I looked at most celebrities when I got older. Like, okay, the last time I think I had a parasocial relationship with anybody was when I was a kid. I was watching the show called Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and I remember having the biggest crush on Holly Robinson Pete. And I remember just like to this day, I still have a bit of a little kid crush on Holly Robinson Pete until I remember asking myself, what does that dash between her last name stand for? I saw what the dash actually stood for, and I remember being a kid and going, "She didn't even give me a chance to talk to her. We were gonna be married." I was a child then. I was a child, but like obviously down the line, I want to say later on in life, I realized I don't know celebrities. I don't know celebrities. I don't just go to celebrities' houses and talk to them. So there's no way for me to actually like, the once I realized that I can never go into a celebrity's house and go into their fridge and talk to them and stuff like that. Once I realized that, it was easy for me to just like completely kind of not disengage. I don't want to use the word disengage, but because I never really engaged with them. Kind of like it gave me the fantasy of being rich and famous and successful and friends with a celebrity just completely faded away. And because of that, my attachment, what little bit of attachment I had to pop culture faded away too. I will say this though, I am a huge fan of the Smith family and the Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, Will and Jaden Smith. I'm saying I am a fan of them, but not enough to act like I'm not enough to act like I'm their best friend or try to defend them online. Although I think I did it like in one of my videos before. But the fact of the matter is that like, and because of the lack of parasocial connection that I have with these folks, the Diddy situation doesn't really mean anything to me. Like, because at the end of the day, I can't afford rent, and this dude probably might got like 3 or 4 houses. I don't care enough about Diddy. But one thing I will say is there has been a lot of jokes dedicated to the situations that have been befallen on him. Because like, I'm guessing now people are just happy that he's getting his comeuppance. So they're getting all their shots in and they're making fun of him for going to jail. But like I can't but I can't laugh at any of these jokes because a lot of these jokes would kind of, for me anyway. I'm not saying in general. I'm not saying for anybody else. But for me, I can't laugh at any of these jokes because to me it involves ignoring the pain and suffering that somebody went through while under his. I don't want to say jurisdiction. I was about to say jurisdiction. That's a stupid name. That's a stupid word. But there was people making jokes about the situation, and part of me was just like, I don't want to ignore the pain and suffering that the victims went through, because I'm too busy just being angry that these things happen. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that like we don't talk enough about rich people. We don't talk enough about how badly rich people in this country are kind of trash. And Diddy proves that. I mean, like, we can go down the list: Epstein, Weinstein, Bill Clinton, Bill Cosby, Robert Brockman, Leon Black. Not that Leon Black, another one. Everybody, and let's not forget, Jeffrey Epstein was a billionaire. Ghislaine Maxwell had a whole bunch of money too. The dude who owned Victoria's Secret that gave that gave Jeffrey Epstein his push also had a whole lot of money. Business CEOs. Like, who was that? Who's that? One dude who played the Lone Ranger. I think his name was Army Hammer. You have like all of these. You have like all of these instances where rich dudes, in general, are monsters, and where rich people in general are monsters. It's been proven time and time again. And since birth, not birth, but my earliest memory of rich people has been like them being depicted on TV as this higher form of society, these gods among normal people, these people who could just get every single thing that they want because they worked hard for it. I can't stress enough how we have managed to promote these people. Like to put this in perspective, success has been synonymous with just basically presenting yourself in such like an omnipotent fashion. It's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like being rich and being powerful and being successful and having a whole bunch of money has correlated with this idea that your life is perfect and you yourself are in fact perfect. And I don't like that because we are being presented with example after example, Donald Trump, example after example of people who are just rich and either evil, stupid, or both. It's been proven time and time again. We need to take this time to actually say, you know what? If we're going to put rich people at this high pedestal, we have to increase. We gotta make a bigger magnifying glass for them, because we are now learning about all of the stuff that this man had in his house while he was trafficking and harming these people, not just women, people. Multiple times. Matt Gates. And the fact of the matter is that like it's just Bill Gates. And the fact of the matter is that like it's crazy because these are people who make all the money and do all the work, and I have yet to actually see rich people do any actual work. Miami, Florida. And the fact of the matter is that like it's crazy how that just keeps happening. We keep getting introduced to more and more examples of how rich people have managed to prove themselves to be incompetent in some fashion. We managed to be introduced to some rich people being just straight up malicious. And we are not, like Sam Bankman-Fried. And the fact of the matter is that we have all of these examples to show it. And I think the thing that really kind of annoys me the most is how long they get away with the stuff for. You know what I mean? To put this in perspective, George Floyd didn't have 10 minutes before they played judge, jury, and execution on him. I could get killed if somebody were to say this guy committed a crime and put my picture up. I could get put in jail immediately. There wouldn't be a long wait or anything like that. I would get arrested. I would see the inside of a jail cell if something were to happen to me. If something were to happen to most of y'all, same thing. Donald Trump was in court. Donald Trump was in court after doing something he did years ago that he's probably still doing today. Laura Loomer. And the fact of the matter is that like we still have these issues going on. It's very frustrating to know that there is two different Americas, two different planets for people who are on this side of the tax bracket and who are on this side of the tax bracket. People who earn this much money will not get a chance to see the life that these people earn, and vice versa. Diddy is now showing us the extravagance of how malicious these people can actually be. Bill Cosby. We cannot actually... It's been proven time and time again, y'all. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, you know, I don't correlate success and happiness and this sort of deity, this sort of deification of people based on what they earn. Because if we have to do that, then we have to accept the fact that the gods that walk among us are hedonistic monsters. And I don't want to Caitlyn Jenner. I don't want to actually do that. It's been way too often, man. It's just way too much that we have to deal with. Like rich people, like I'm just gonna say it. Rich people suck. It's been proven time and time again. You know how if you want to change my mind about rich people and successful people, show me videos of them working a real job. Show them videos of them working an actual job that normal people have to work. Because COVID proved that every job is essential, every job is important, every job is valuable. COVID proved that because when a lot of those jobs went under, when people couldn't go outside or go to their jobs, stuff went wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna tell we don't have we can't be making gods out of people who can't even work jobs that we work. As I've said multiple times, can you imagine Donald Trump working a job? Can you imagine Donald Trump? Do you think that Donald Trump could do your job? Do you think any rich person could do your job? I know I can't. My job involves standing on your feet for 8 hours, talking to people, interacting with people you will probably never interact with outside of work. And you have to do it with kindness, with honor, with respect. You have to treat these people like people. Rich people don't even, I'm convinced that most rich people don't even know that poor people are people. I can assure you this much, Diddy didn't. Mystical. I did not want this to be what it was. I don't even know where I was going with it. I was just rambling because this situation with Diddy, I feel like this should be the thing. Like you have Diddy, you have Trump, you have all of these instances where rich people are showing you exactly how scuzzy and how terrible they can actually be. And I really would like to think that would be the thing that would sort of change people's minds about rich people in general. And I'm very sure that for some people it's going to be like, well, no, they still had to work hard to get to where they are, and you're just jealous because you're not rich. Okay, pal. Bill, okay. Newt Gingrich. Be easy. Love and peace.